Hello and welcome to Turner Classic Movies. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Our star of the month in October is Lucille Ball, and tonight we are fortunate enough to have joining us writer-director Aaron Sorkin. Aaron's got a new movie coming out in December, Being the Ricardos, about a week in the life of Lucy and her husband, Desi Arnaz, during production of I Love Lucy. Aaron, thanks so much for doing this. Great to talk to you.
Thanks for having me.
So Being the Ricardos, again, available first in theaters, then streaming on Amazon in December. A week in the life of Lucy and Desi. What drew you to their story?
What I look for, if I'm going to try to write something, I look for points of friction. What are scenes going to be about? Where's the intention and obstacle? And then what happened was I like working in condensed spaces and condensed periods of time. So I liked the framing device of let's set the whole story during one production week of I Love Lucy, Monday table read through Friday audience taping. And I will have these various points of friction, these obstacles. I'll have them all occur during that week. What you're supposed to do as a writer is you take your protagonist or protagonists, and there are two in this film, Lucy and Desi, and you keep putting obstacles in front of them. You keep building boulders to stick in front of them. And that's how I came up with the structure of this.
It's interesting that you mentioned putting boulders in front of them to overcome, because the film we have coming up next tonight is The Long, Long Trailer from 1954, and it involves Lucy's fascination with rocks, which become relevant in the story in the history of Desi and Lucy. This was a passionate, a combustible relationship from start to finish. Yes?
Yes, and one of the things that interested me was how different their relationship was from Lucy and Ricky's. So being able to set one against the other was a lot of fun, but also just how different the two of them were from, when we think of Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz, generally what we're thinking of is Lucy Ricardo and Ricky Ricardo. That's what we're picturing. And I was struck by how little Lucille Ball looks like Lucy Ricardo. Lucille Ball was a knockout, was a Rita Hayworth level knockout, who Lucy Ricardo has that very severe look with her hair pulled back and kind of always in an apron, and off camera that wasn't who she was at all. So a lot of the fun of the movie is seeing that contrast.
We'll talk more after, but for now, let's watch this one. From 1954, here are Lucy and Desi in The Long, Long Trailer.